A young girl was enjoying a quiet bath, relaxing in the warm water. Suddenly, something strange slid through the open window. A creepy, alien-like creature crawled closer and closer until it reached the bathtub. Before she could even react, the creature jumped inside and attacked her. What is this creature? Where did it come from? And why is it targeting innocent people? The story begins in a quiet little town called Wilson, South Carolina. Life there is peaceful. People are happy, living their everyday routines. But that peace doesn't last long. One night, something mysterious crashes from the sky into a nearby forest. It's small, barely noticeable, and no one has any idea what it really is. In this town lives a wealthy older man named Grant, who's married to a much younger woman, Starla. Despite their age difference, the two genuinely care for each other, at least on the surface. But one night, a bitter argument pushes Grant out of the house. Angry and frustrated, he heads to a bar where he meets a woman named Brenda. After a long night of drinking, the two end up wandering into the forest. That's when Grant stumbles upon the mysterious object that fell from the sky. Curious, he approaches it, when suddenly a small alien needle shoots out and pierces his chest. He collapses in pain as the strange creature injects something into him, sending signals straight to his brain. Brenda, watching in horror, has no idea what's happening. Moments later, Grant rises, his eyes and nose bleeding, acting different. They both return to their homes, but Grant is no longer the same. The next morning, Starla, feeling guilty about their fight, apologizes to him. But something is already changing inside Grant. He starts acting strangely. First, he buys massive amounts of raw meat. Then, he kills their dog. Starla notices he's locked the basement, and when she asks why, he calmly says he's planning a birthday surprise. The truth is far worse. The skin around the spot where the needle struck becomes grotesque, and two slimy snake-like tentacles emerge from his chest. Yet even now, part of him still seems to care about Starla. He doesn't harm her, not yet. But when he visits Brenda, everything changes. Grant uses his tentacles to inject her with alien embryos, an extremely painful process. Meanwhile, his own body continues to mutate, his face swelling and becoming unrecognizable. Starla urges him to see a doctor, but Grant is delusional, believing he's just been stung by bees. Soon, animals across the town begin disappearing. Grant's hunger, driven by the alien inside him, grows uncontrollable. That's why he was hoarding meat and slaughtering pets. But the real horror lies in what's happening to Brenda. The embryos inside her grow rapidly, and her body swells to monstrous proportions. Police begin investigating Brenda's disappearance. They inform Starla, who still doesn't know that her own husband is no longer human. But her illusion shatters when she finally sees Grant, now fully transformed into a grotesque alien creature. Horrified, she calls the police, but before they arrive, Grant attacks her and accuses her of being a deceiver. The police show up, and Grant flees. No one can understand what kind of creature he has become. Soon, the police and the town's officials begin piecing things together. They discover that Grant is the one responsible for all the missing pets and animals. Officer Bill suspects Grant will target a specific farmhouse next, home to a man named Otis, his wife, and their 3 daughters, including the eldest Kylie. Bill and his team head to the farmhouse and prepare to trap him. Just as they feared, Grant shows up, his body now fully transformed into a horrific alien beast. He's a powerful alien-driven predator. He viciously attacks, tearing one officer in half before escaping once again. The parasite inside Grant's brain is fully in control now. He retreats to the barn where Brenda has been hidden. When the police arrive, what they find leaves them speechless. Brenda's body has grotesquely swollen like a balloon. Her hunger is insatiable because she's carrying countless alien larvae inside her. Then it happens. Brenda explodes and thousands of alien slugs are released into the air. These terrifying creatures launch themselves into the mouths of anyone nearby, taking control of their hosts by invading their brains, just like they did with Grant. Bill and Starla narrowly escape infection by covering their mouths, but the slugs spread quickly. Inside the farmhouse, the slugs overtake Otis and his entire family, everyone except Kylie. One of the slugs almost gets her, but she manages to pull it out just in time. Through a psychic link formed by the alien presence, Kylie gets a horrifying glimpse into their minds. She learns the truth. These creatures are part of a hive mind with Grant as their central host. The slugs are all fragments of him, spreading his influence and memories to anyone they infect. Once they enter a body, the human becomes a part of Grant's alien consciousness, living in a fantasy completely under his control. Kylie snaps back to reality, only to find her entire family turned into monsters. The infected try to capture her too, but she escapes the house and runs into Bill, who pulls her to safety. Together, they watch in horror as the slugs swarm the town, spreading rapidly, turning humans into mindless hosts. They couldn't do anything for their protection due to the late night. Later, Kylie tells them she knows where the aliens came from and how to destroy them. If they kill Grant, the source of the alien infection, every other parasite will die with him. That's the only way to stop this nightmare, now massively mutated and known as the Long One. Grant is no longer human. His limbs are grotesquely long and his body monstrous. But somewhere deep inside, Grant still loves Starla. After a car crash, he takes her unconscious body to their home, dresses her up, and lays her gently on the bed. When she wakes up, the house is wrecked, and dozens of infected victims are calling her name, all controlled by Grant's hive mind. Then she sees him, a giant tentacled beast taking up the entire room. Starla tries to talk to him, telling him she'll always be with him, buying time. As she inches closer, she attacks. But he's too strong. Just then, Bill arrives. Grant attacks him, stabbing him with a tentacle. But to take over Bill's mind, both tentacles must connect. Thinking quickly, Bill jams a gas tank into the other tentacle and fills Grant with gas. In that exact moment, Starla fires her gun, triggering a massive explosion. Grant is destroyed, and with him, the hive collapses. Every infected victim drops dead. The alien invasion is over, but the destruction it left behind will never be forgotten. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Catch you later.